Stand up only this time. I need you to knock your opponent down. I want to see more out of you. Let's go. Perfect shot. Let's put him down. Let's go. More strikes. Beautiful knockdown. Damn, you got heavy hands. Stand up only. I need you to put him down. Pick it up. Come on there. Come on now. Keep working. Work. More strikes. Come on. That's it. Let's work for the knockdown. Let's knock him down here. Let's go. You gotta do more damage. Nope. Training like this is how you beat him next time.
All right, coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight showdown. Well, nice to see this young fighter healthy and making the walk here tonight. His takedowns are just incredible. High amplitude takedowns, great technique, explosion really with every shot, and seemingly no telegraph as well. So even a fighter with good takedown defense, more often than not, is not going to see this guy's shot coming.
This guy is a very well-rounded fighter. You never know what he's going to do. His striking is world-class, his ground game is excellent, and he mixes them up very well.
Very interesting stylistic matchup forthcoming here. You gotta think this fighter is trying to figure out how to get the fight to the ground at all costs to use his beautiful guard-cutting ability. Cuts it as well as anybody in this division. And it's not just the technique. It's the athleticism that allows him to be so successful and get that advantageous position on the ground. A lot of guys just haven't seen seamless transitions like the ones brought to the table by this young man. We'll see if this fight goes to the canvas, if he has the advantage we expect him to have.
This guy has tremendous ground technique, and his ability to pass guard and get to a dominant position is elite.
Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. So more than 15 years, the gap in age between these two fighters, with some differences in height, but big differences in reach. All right, now for the particulars, he is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds of the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Muay Thai kickboxer and jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 14 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Richmond, Kentucky, USA, the Sniper! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 60 wins, 20 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 62 inches tall, weighing in at 240 pounds. Fighting out of Moscow, Russia, Alexei, the boa constrictor Olegan. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
So Herb Dean, third man in there for this one.
Ready to fight? Ready.
And here we go. All right, here we go with round 1. As many of you know, this has been one of the greater knockout artists on the roster over the last several years. The majority of his recent wins have come by way of knockout. This is a guy who goes for it really at all costs. Has a lot of confidence in that grand chin that allows him to get his power game going.
Well, he's in north-south now. Let's see if he can hold it.
All right, so first round is underway. You know, when it comes to his strategy, a lot of it is rooted in his kicking game. Has massive power, whether he's attacking the head, the legs, or the body. So let's see how early he can find his range with those kicks here tonight.
He's looking to take the back. Full back hooks. He transitions to full mount.
Looks like a potential submission attempt here.
He's looking for the mounted triangle here. What he wants to do is, he wants to pin one of his opponent's arms down, throw his leg behind his opponent's head, then take that leg, put the ankle behind the back of his knee, secure the position, sit up,
and that will do it!
Great job in establishing that submission.
Yeah, Joe, we could barely get the Fight Clock sponsor out, and the submission comes here in round 1. He said he didn't want to waste a lot of time. He knew his opponent would know what was coming. It was going to be takedown attempts in bunches, but he couldn't stop the early shot, and he certainly couldn't stop the submission. So great effort and even better technique here tonight.
And one more time from this angle, we can see that arm bar locked in tight for the tap. And one more time, nice technique here on this submission.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That could hold up as one of the better subs of the year. Near perfect execution tonight. We get the official decision from Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 56 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Alexei the Boa Constrictor Armenian.
Well, what a submission win for this oncoming force here tonight. I think he's going to be a problem for a lot of fighters in this division. Tonight, though, is all about the celebration after getting the finish that he so sought. Coming in here tonight, you see how happy his coaches are, his training partners. This is going to be a fun night for this team and one that they have richly deserved. right, coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight showdown. Well, you know, this fighter, as he makes the walk tonight, is going to be looking to lean on the speed and the footwork in this particular matchup. Got to keep the hands high, right? You got to stick and move and get the head off the center line, given the power that's coming back. But I'm just not sure that the opponent can match the quickness. Exceptionally fast on the feet, very good at using angles to set up his offensive attacks, and very sound defensively as well. So has the reach advantage, figures to be able to use it here tonight. This is one slick striker with which to contend.
This guy has excellent footwork. He's very difficult to catch inside the octagon. He closes the distance well, and he's always in a position to attack and defend.
Well, good to see this young fighter make the walk here tonight. His takedowns are really some of the best in the game. So explosive, great technique behind them. Certainly you see shades of his collegiate wrestling career. His opponent's got to watch out for those, but even an opponent with good takedown defense will succumb to this guy's shots. No telegraph behind him. When this guy wants to take you down, more often than not, he succeeds.
This next guy has incredible takedowns. Both timing, speed, and of course, technique are literally top of the food chain.
And now our tail of the tape for this heavyweight fight. So 3 years the gap in age between these two fighters, with big difference in height, but a similar reach. We send it inside the octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a kickboxer holding a professional record of 9 wins, 3 losses. He stands 6 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 262 pounds. Fighting out of Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, Ferocious. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a Muay Thai kickboxer and jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 14 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Richmond, Kentucky, USA, the Sniper! And when the action begins, our referee at charge, Dan Murgliata.
So Dan Murgliata shares the cage.
You ready? You ready?
So much MMA history has been made inside this venue, from Pride to the UFC, and we are underway from the world-famous Saitama Super Arena in Saitama, Japan. All right, round 1 is underway. As many of you know, he lost his last fight by submission. It was a surprising result to many UFC fans around the world. Now the focus for this... Whoa!
He's in trouble right now. Oh, look at this! Who saw that coming? Nice takedown.
Both fighters back to their feet now.
Body kick! He hurt him! Body kick, look at
He's got him
that.
hurt here.
This is big trouble. Oh, that's it. He's out. Beautiful KO for the victory early in the first.
Yeah, Joe, we're just getting going, and there's the end of the fight. So it's a win by first-round knockout. Near perfect on the technique. I'm not even sure his opponent saw that thing coming. And really, before his opponent had a chance to get in the fight at all and land anything in terms of a significant strike, he was knocked out. So major, major transpiration here tonight.
Here it is one more time. Ba-boom!
So a huge result and a seminal moment for him here tonight as he gets the big knockout win. That could hold up as one of the better KOs of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murgliata's called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 17 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, the Sniper!
So there's the man of the moment, just the way he drew it up here tonight as he gets his hand raised and does so emphatically by way of the KO. Perhaps some bonus money is coming his way at the end of the night. I'm not sure. Still a few fights to go. But at the very least, you can be sure his next fight will be a big one, and he will celebrate deep into the night with his teammates, his coaches, and his friends after this monumental victory here under the bright lights tonight.
I'm Megan O'Leary, and this is your UFC Minute. This weekend, we brace for a crucial matchup, which is expected to shake up an entire division. To get into position for a world title shot, this fighter has fought tooth and nail against the best the heavyweight division has to offer. And while getting into a #1 contenders match is sweet enough, if this fighter beats his heated rival to earn that shot at the belt, the victory would be even more satisfying. That's it for today. Stay tuned for your next UFC Minute, and I'll see you at the fights.
All right, coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight showdown. All right, so here he is making his way to the octagon, and it's these type of matchups, Joe, that really can create superstars and produce UFC history. This is a rivalry fight. These guys have been jawing throughout fight week. They don't like each other, and here in short order, this rivalry is about to resume on the greatest proving ground in all of mixed martial arts.
He's an extremely well-rounded mixed martial artist. Fantastic stand-up, great wrestler, and very slick on the ground. He's worked hard to have world-class skills at every aspect of the sport, and there are very few, if any, holes in his game.
So he's coming up on 60 pro MMA fights. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Here he is, the former K1 World Grand Prix champion, Alistair Overeem. To this point, the UFC Gold has eluded him, but he continues to prove with a razor-sharp focus that he can still contend deep into this mixed martial arts career. And Joe, as far as heavyweight finishers go, I'm not sure any man has a better, more versatile resume than the ring.
Alistair Overeem, the former Strikeforce heavyweight champion, the former Dream heavyweight champion, and the former K1 heavyweight Grand Prix champion, is one of the most decorated fighters in the history of mixed martial arts.
And now our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. Overeem is 14 years the elder. He is the 6-inch taller party. He will have an 8-inch reach advantage. Here once more is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Muay Thai kickboxer and jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 15 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Richmond, Kentucky, USA, the Sniper! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 62 wins, 21 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Amsterdam, the Netherlands, Alistair! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean draws the assignment here.
Ready to fight? Ready.
And we are underway. All right, so here we go with round 1 as we get this rivalry matchup underway. These fighters, of course, do not like each other. They have said they will try to just focus on their skills and letting their skills take over. Easier said than done, of course, when you're sharing the octagon with someone who you have such legitimate disdain for.
Oh! Look at that jab. Nice.
Edge of your seat action as expected so far. Joe, your thoughts on what we might see here early?
Alistair Overeem has some vicious kicks. Keep an eye out for those. He's hurt. He's clearly in pain. He's trying to hang on there, but he is in big trouble. That one really buckled up.
Big body shot.
Body.
Well, he's up, but he is hurting for certain.
Kick lands the liver. He's hurt bad. He is in big trouble here. He's wincing in pain.
Oh! Huge shot there, lands flush.
Trying to get a single.
Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
Beautiful, accurate uppercut that got him the win.
Yeah, Joe, a near-perfect strike to end the fight and end the night for his opponent, who candidly may not have even seen that shot coming. So just the way he drew it up, exactly what he told us during fight week, played out here on fight night. He found a little opening in his opponent's defense and barged right through it to get the big knockout win.
And let's look at that from a different camera.
So a huge result and a seminal moment for him here tonight as he gets the big knockout win. That could hold up as one of the better KOs of the year. Now we go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 9 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Alistair the
Well, there have got to be few things sweeter, Joe, than winning a rivalry fight like this in the UFC, and you can see the celebration is on, and why not? Huge result for him here tonight. Coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight division collision. Well, the crowd pops as this guy makes the walk to the octagon, and you can see why if you've watched film on him. This is a true mixed martial artist, plus skills in all areas, and figures to be a handful, really, for anybody in this division. Probably comfortable tonight anywhere the fight goes. Truly a well-rounded MMA fighter. You know, we trot that term out there a lot. This guy fits the bill.
This fighter has an iron jaw. I have seen him take shots on the chin and not be affected. Shots that would knock a lesser man completely unconscious.
All right, so as this young fighter makes the walk here tonight, you know his inner monologue is, how do I get this opponent down? Because once I get him to the mat, I know I can keep him there. Joe, this guy has a top game as scary as anybody in the game. And when you can control a fighter like that in a fight, it's a great source of confidence. He'll use the body weight to keep you down and prevent any sort of hip escapes because his hips are so strong. Physical freak who will sap your willpower and your gas tank with the best of them.
This guy has nasty arm bars and leg locks. It is his specialty, and if he gets a hold of a limb, you either tap or it snaps.
Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. So more than 15 years, the gap in age between these two fighters, with some differences in height, but big differences in reach. And now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Muay Thai kickboxer and jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 15 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Richmond, Kentucky, USA, the Sniper! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the right corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 65 wins, 22 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 240 pounds. Fighting out of Moscow, Russia, Alexei the Boa Constrictor Aliev. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon is Dan Mergliotta.
Dan Mergliotta.
You ready? You ready?
Dateline Las Vegas, Nevada. We are underway here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. All right, so he lost his last fight by knockout, and there was nothing technical about it. It was a flush KO. He was knocked unconscious. Now he believes he has made the requisite adjustments to regain the momentum and vault back into contention. Easier said than done, obviously, against an opponent of this caliber, but he is as confident, despite what happened the last time out, as he has ever been before. We'll see if that translates to results here tonight.
Moves to side control.
All right, first round is underway, and you know what to look out for here. The powerful overhand punches. That is a big part of his game plan. Every time he makes this walk, it is his go-to punch. We'll see if he can find a home for it early tonight. All right, so he just decides to get up here, Joe.
Oh!
That strike will count.
Great exchanges. Every shot he throws, he's looking to KO you.
Oh, Linnick gets hit by that leg kick. Oh, he has mastered the range here, timing his shots nicely. Well, he is eternally aggressive, but he paid for it there. His head was wide open, and his opponent is able to land the uppercut there. He's going to have to figure some things out here, Joe. Manage his wrist better. I know he's confident in his chin, but right now he's becoming a sitting duck.
Head kick! Lands a giant kick.
Combinations here. Oh, straight right. Big right hand.
He rocked him with that right hand.
Now goes in and secures the takedown.
It looks like he's looking for the arm triangle. secured. Scoots his hips back, sprawls.
And this might just be a matter of time.
That's it. That's it. He got choked, didn't tap in time, and went out.
Yeah, that's about as good as it gets with that choke, and if you're not willing to tap out, as he was not, then you're going to go to sleep, and that's exactly what happened. A beautiful setup and even better technique to get the finish to put him out cold.
And one last time, super tight choke, and he's out. And one last time, excellent technique on that choke for the submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight. Now we go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 33 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by submission due to an arm triangle choke, Alexei the Boa Constrictor Alenia.
Well, what a submission win for this oncoming force here tonight. I think he's going to be a problem for a lot of fighters in this division. Tonight, though, is all about the celebration after getting the finish that he so sought. Coming in here tonight, you see how happy his coaches are, his training partners. This is going to be a fun night for this team and one that they have richly deserved. right, coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight showdown. Well, it's a rare skill for a fighter to be able to stand in the pocket and avoid taking significant damage. But if you've watched the film on this young fighter, that's exactly what he's able to do. He frustrates and exhausts his opponents, and he stays pretty relaxed because he's so defensively sound. He uses movement and defense to set up his offense. Consummate sticker and mover. He gets his head off of the center line, and even when you think you have him in a compromising position, more often than not, he's able to swivel that head and get out of harm's way.
This guy has devastating takedowns. The ability to get his opponent to the mat time and time again has proven to be one of the most effective tools in his arsenal.
Well, good to see this young fighter make the walk here tonight. His takedowns are really some of the best in the game. So explosive, great technique behind them. Certainly you see shades of his collegiate wrestling career. His opponent's got to watch out for those, but even an opponent with good takedown defense will succumb to this guy's shots. No telegraph behind him. When this guy wants to take you down, more often than not, he succeeds.
This guy has incredible takedowns. The speed in which he delivers them and the power in which he executes them are world class.
And now our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. So a more than 5-year gap between these two fighters when it comes to the age. Some differences in height and reach. All right, now with the official introductions, we go inside the octagon of Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 28 wins, 10 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Fargo, North Dakota, USA, Timothy Johnson. And now introducing an opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Muay Thai kickboxer and jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 15 wins, 6 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Richmond, Kentucky, USA, the Sniper! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Levine.
The veteran Yves Levine draws the assignment here.
Ready?
Matchup of southpaws here.
Nice. Oh, good combination.
Well, he established the jab early and going right back to the well here. Oh, now he has found his timing. He is doling out punishment here.
And he's throwing more.
Johnson's lower jaw could not look much worse, Joe. Extremely swollen at this point in time. We'll keep an eye on it as this fight moves forward. Going to the body there with the right kick. Wow!
This could be it right here. Oh, he tags him with the left.
Oh, he might be out. Oh, straight right. And now he lands a combination. Oh, huge right hand.
Back up. He hurt him. Oh! The kick. He hurt him.
Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
Beautiful knockout here early in the first.
Yeah, Joe, near perfect technique to land that seminal blow to finish the fight here in round 1. And that's exactly the way a fighter draws it up. You don't absorb anything in terms of significant damage, and then you're able to knock your opponent out. So this is exactly the desired result for him here tonight.
Great angle here. And he's out.
So there he is after a monumental knockout turned in here tonight. That is one they will be talking about for quite some time. Here's Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 28 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, the Sniper!
So there's the man of the moment, just the way he drew it up here tonight as he gets his hand raised and does so emphatically by way of the KO. Perhaps some bonus money is coming his way at the end of the night. I'm not sure. Still a few fights to go. But at the very least, you can be sure His next fight will be a big one, and he will celebrate deep into the night with his teammates, his coaches, and his friends after this monumental victory here under the bright lights tonight.
Hey everyone, I'm Megan O'Leary, and here's what you need to know for your UFC Minute. It's an old fight game adage that fans love nothing more than a knockout. If that's the case, then they will love this heavyweight banger, who was celebrated today for delivering the most knockouts in UFC history. A record achieved thanks to his devastating prowess in the octagon with his fists, feet, elbows, and knees. That's it for today. Stay tuned for your next UFC Minute, and I'll see you at the fights.
right, coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight showdown. All right, so here he is making his way to the octagon, and he is excited tonight, folks, as we get ready to go with this rivalry rematch. These fighters do not like each other, folks. I know that's not breaking news. They have fought once before, but tonight, both fighters looking for closure, looking for finality, and looking to produce a finish to end this rivalry once and for all.
This guy is extremely well-rounded. His submissions are world-class. His striking is excellent. And he is extremely unpredictable in what attack he chooses to go with.
So coming up on 60 professional MMA fights, here is the former K1 World Grand Prix champion, Alistair Overeem. As far as heavyweight finishers go, Joe, I'm not sure any man has a better, more versatile resume than the Reem. Many of the knockouts stemming from a kick or a knee, and something undoubtedly his opponent will be aware of coming in here tonight.
Alistair Overeem, the former Strikeforce heavyweight champion, the former Dream heavyweight champion, and the former K1 heavyweight Grand Prix champion, is one of the most decorated fighters in the history of mixed martial arts.
And now our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. Overeem is 14 years the elder. He will have an 8-inch reach advantage. Now here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Muay Thai kickboxer and jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 16 wins, 6 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Richmond, Kentucky, USA, the Sniper! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the right corner. A mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 68 wins, 23 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Amsterdam, the Netherlands, Alistair Overeem! When the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliotta.
Dan Mergliotta, your referee.
Ready? Are you ready?
Here we go. All right, so here we go. Round 1 is underway, and this is a rivalry rematch, of course, of the highest order. Let's see who gets off to a good start here tonight, because both guys during fight week have prioritized round 1 and getting off first. Let's see who can do it.
Beats a nice right hand.
Joe, your thoughts on what we'll see in this matchup tonight?
Alistair Overeem is one of the best strikers in the heavyweight division, and without a doubt, one of his best weapons are his knee strikes. Pay close attention to them in this fight. They could play a huge factor.
And he connects with the punch.
Good combination so far from both men. Excellent feint with the kick.
Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Overeem. Oh, a lot of punches and bunches here. He has certainly mastered the range in this round.
Wow! Oh, my goodness! Oh, brutal ground and pound. Big punches here. Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Beautiful knockout. Dropped him and then took care of business on the ground. Really excellent, excellent job.
How about the ground and pound to finish the fight, Joe? That is as good an offensive execution as we have seen on the ground in recent memory. One big shot after the next. He wasn't just trying to score or bide time before the referee stood them up. He was trying to pound his opponent out of there, and that is exactly what he did. You wonder if some fighters will watch this footage and learn from that high-level offensive execution when it comes to the ground and pound. So there he is as the celebration continues. A huge knockout for him here tonight. That could hold up as one of the better knockouts of the year. We send it in there now to Bruce Buffer.
Referee Dan Murgliata has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 58 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, the Sniper!
All right, so the rivalry rematch goes his way here tonight as he begins to celebrate with his coaches. He put a lot of stock in this fight, and he felt like if he couldn't win this fight, maybe he wouldn't be a future champion. Well, mission accomplished here tonight, and you can be sure that is a party that will continue deep into the night.